What in God's name is...
No! God, please, no! No!
Yo, DM, you burnt the rice. Yeah, I got you this time, only because you helped me with Keith, though. It's a cruel irony in life that one of the most basic and accessible light meals lacking sass, or maballs, is hard to make. It's also a cruel irony that the smart kids in your class can't follow fundamental step-by-step instructions to make a dish, especially Keith and a stupid cobbler. But for now, to ease the pain of your insecurities, you can pour some of maballs on your counter, and draw some images to give it some much-needed sass, which it's lacking. Once you've transferred some sass to my balls, get your closest box. I didn't have one, so I got one from my neighbor. Thanks, Mr. Schrodinger. Then you want to put my balls in the box piece by piece to max my sassiness and then let it dry age for a while. Huh? Where'd my balls sass go? It doesn't matter, I suppose. All of those steps are for the emotional benefit of my balls anyway. Then you just want to transfer all of my balls from the box into a pot with a lid. Just like most other people who advocate for washing rice, I don't know why. I just do it because Big Brother tells me to. But to wash it, fill the pot up to cover the rice, and then say nice phrases to your hand to give it the motivation to do its best whisk impression. Don't forget the other hand though, he's good at a lot of other things. When the water's cloudy, pour it out and refill. Rinse and repeat, pun intended. Once my balls are washed, the scariest part of the process begins to occur. The raid boss, the hardest part of cooking my balls. Knowing how much water to put in. To do this, motivate your hand a little bit more to get it to do its best impression of an arrow, and put the tip of your finger at the very top of the rice. Then fill it up until it reaches your finger's first knuckle. I have the stature of a gorilla, so I have to go a little lower, but for 90% of people, the first knuckle is perfect. If the rice is uneven, give it a little shake to level it, and then stick it to the water. I never needed you to survive. You're more overrated than Harry Potter. Yeah, that's probably good. All in a day's work. Once you're confident in how much you've stuck it to the water, put the pot over high heat and boil. Right when it gets to a boil, put a lid on and turn the heat on the lowest setting. Set a timer for 15 minutes. Make sure the lid is perfectly fit, or else the water's ghost will come back and haunt you. Oh, Once 15 minutes has passed, whoopee, take the lid off to see if it's done, and if it's not, say a few bad words and fumble the lid back on quickly to correct your past mistakes in life, and now whoopee, you have rice. Keith, is that you? Listen dude, I'm really sorry that I took your cobbler home. I was just super jealous from how good it tasted. So, yeah, do you want to let me out of here now? Yeah? Yeah, okay, cool, thank you, buddy. If you ever want to make a super lazy meal, you can always flavor your rice. Do everything you just watched, but when you put my balls over low heat, toss in a tomato, also known as a manly source of actual condiments, K, also known as my sack. Let my balls in my sack cook over low heat for 15 minutes. Once it's done, notice its resemblance to the Japanese flag in 1944, then make it resemble the Japanese flag in 1945. I'm souping it up a little because I'm not a lop, but whatever suits your fancy. Oh, you're looking real slick in that suit, champ. Some people like to throw rice out when it gets stale and crisp, but to fix that, just toss it in your microwave with a splash of water in the bowl, practically steaming it. Rice is pretty easy to work with, so you can leave it on the counter or stove, or even put it directly inside the cooling kiosk, otherwise known as dish.